Om Shanti, Avyakti
Om
परिवार में
Shanti. We welcome you in Avyakti family. Today is day 64.
अभी हम मोहिनी दीदी
Avyakti blessings. Now we'll listen from Mohini Didi.
ओम शांति।
Om Shanti.
सवेरे मुरली सुनते हैं, पढ़ते हैं।
In the morning we listen to the Murli, we read the Murli. In the whole day we churn the Murli.
होमवर्क तो करते ही हैं, पर साथ
We
साथ
do our homework, and along with that
कई शब्द
we churn the Murli, and many words Baba uses. Such words. Today Baba used Trikaldarshi word. Many a times he has used this word, and along with that Baba said that while doing action,
ना हो,
you shouldn't be in the bondage of karma. That means we should use our organs and sense organs, but we shouldn't be in bondage. So there is a depth in this. I will read the Murli and then we'll discuss on this.
Master Trikaldarshi ban,
May you perform every action in a yukti yukt way. As a master Trikaldarshi, and become free from any bondage of karma.
जो भी संकल्प,
Whatever thoughts you create, words you speak, or actions you perform, whatever thoughts you create, words you speak, or actions you perform, when you do this as a master Trikaldarshi, no action will be wasted or be meaningless.
या अनर्थ नहीं हो सकता।
Trikaldarshi means to be stable in the stage of a detached observer. Trikaldarshi means to be stable in the stage of a detached observer, to know the deep philosophy of karma,
को जानकर इन कर्म
and
इंद्रियों
then to make your physical organs act.
कर्मों की गुह्य गति को जानकर इन कर्म
To know the deep philosophy of karma and then to make your physical organs act, you will then never be bound by any bondage of karma. While performing every action, you will be free from any bondage of karma and continue to experience the karmatit stage. Today's slogan is those who are ignorant of limited desires. Those who are ignorant of limited desires are the ones who have great wealth.
बाबा ने क्या सोचना है, क्या बोलना है,
Baba, what we should think, what we should speak, and what actions we should do, Baba has given us Srimad for that. If we think and speak and do actions according to the Srimad, then automatically we are in the stage of Trikaldarshi. Because many a times it happens, especially when we are doing service or when we are dealing with somebody.
सेवा बढ़ानी है, स्टूडेंट्स बढ़ाने
Sometimes, if suppose we want to increase the service or increase the students or take care of the Bhandari, whatever thoughts we have,
उसमें कई बार हम लोग थोड़ा सा
in that,
अपनी इच्छा के कारण
many a times we do things according to our desires and then
और
we
जब उल्लंघन
don't follow the Srimad properly.
तो वो
And then
कर्म बंधन
when we don't follow the Srimad properly, then it
ऐसे ही
becomes,
आप
that action becomes a
तो
bondage.
द्वापर युग से दयाभिमान के कारण जो कर्म
So
किए
since Dwapur, since Copper Age, whatever actions we
अपूर्ण
did
बंधन
because of body consciousness, that was
कर्म
bondage.
के आधार पर ये
And
संकल्प आते
based on that, those
तो आपके
bondages, based on the
संस्कार
sanskars, such thoughts are created.
हो रहे हैं
So if
फिर जो
your
आपके
thoughts are being created based on sanskars, then whatever actions you do, the bondage will be
हमें
created.
पता लगता है या हम
But
कंट्रास्ट करें
when we come to know or we
कि मेरे
compare,
संस्कार के आधार पे संकल्प है
this is based on,
मत अनुसार है
these thoughts are created based on Srimad or based on my
तो
sanskars.
जब आप कंपेयर करेंगे आपको
So
पता
when you
चलेगा
compare, you will come to
ये मेरे
know
मन में सूक्ष्म इच्छा है
that this
ये मेरा
was my
सूक्ष्म
subtle
बंधन
desire.
है या ये
This
मेरा
was my
अहंकार का बंधन है
bondage of my habit
जब
or
आप वो
my,
चेंज करेंगे संकल्पों को
due to my old sanskar, this thought was
संकल्पों को
created.
चेंज
So
करने
then
से
you
आपको
can
पता लगता है
change the
जो मैंने
sanskars and then
सोचा
the
है
thoughts you will change. So then you'll come to know that whatever I thought now is according to Srimad.
जैसे हर जगह हम देखते हैं
Like everywhere when we
बाबा का
see
सेवा केंद्र है या यज्ञ
Baba's
है
service centers are there or yajna is there,
उसमें कुछ मर्यादाएं हैं कुछ
there
नियम
are certain maryadas are there, discipline is there that we follow.
कई तरह से हर बात का प्रशासन कहें
There is some kind of rules and
तो
regulations,
कुछ
you
नियम
can
बनाए
say.
जाते हैं
So there are certain disciplines
कैसा
that we
है
follow. To follow the discipline,
हम सबके लिए व्यक्तिगत रूप के लिए भी अच्छा है
it is good for us personally also.
हमारा जो सेवा है उसके लिए भी अच्छा है
It is good for the service also we do.
हमारे बाद में जो और
And
हमें फॉलो
after
करने वाले
us also, those who will follow,
साथी उनके लिए भी एक अच्छा
for
क्लियर
them
पिक्चर होता
also,
है कि हमको क्या
it is a
सोचना
clear
चाहिए
picture that
क्या नहीं
what we should think and what we shouldn't think.
ऐसे तो सोचने के लिए बाबा हमेशा कहते
This
हैं
way, many a times Baba says to think,
सोचो
think
शुद्ध
pure
भावनाएं
thoughts,
लेके हों
think elevated thoughts, have good wishes for
लेकिन
everybody.
कईयों को ये नहीं कि मुझे
But
ऐसा
many a
करना है
times
इसमें क्या है
people say that if I did this, so what if I did
अच्छा
it?
या बुरा
Did I
करना
do
है
anything bad?
लेकिन इसमें बहुत अटेंशन रखना पड़ता है
But we
कि
have to pay a lot of attention on
बुरा और
it.
खराब की बात नहीं है ना बाबा ने
That
क्या
it is not something bad or ugly, but
तो
Baba
कभी
says
कभी
it is
अनर्थ भी हो जाता है
waste and sometimes it
अनर्थ
is
ऐसा समझते हैं ना कि
like which is not appropriate at all.
रिजल्ट उसका
The result is not good
क्योंकि
of
हमने
that
अपने संस्कार
because
इच्छा
according to our sanskars and according to our
के
wishes,
आधार पर जो संकल्प आए उससे
we created the thoughts based on that and we did the actions based on that.
अभी देखो लौकिक में भी कानून कायदे
Sometimes you think in Lokik also there are some rules and
नियम
regulations.
तोड़ते हैं फिर और बंद
Many a times break the rules and then other rules are created, then again they break and other rules are created.
क्योंकि नहीं जो
And I always
बाबा
say
की
that Baba Srimad, which is there,
उसके आधार पर ही सोचो तो
think
पिछले
based on
जन्म के
that,
बंधन चुक्त हो जाएंगे यानी
then your old bondages will also be absolved and your
और
actions
हम
will
जो
be
जीवन में
elevated.
बनते तो बनते ही जा रहे हैं
And we are now becoming experienced in our
हम
life
एक टेम्पररी
that if
प्राप्ति के लिए अपना कोई नियम
for
तोड़
one
देते हैं
temporary attainment we leave our discipline.
मुझे याद है रमेश
I
भाई एक
remember
उदाहरण देते थे
Ramesh Bhai used to give us an example.
कि जैसे हाँ, अभी तो बाबा की भंडारी है
Baba's Bhandari is there now.
हाथ में देते थे
Before people used to give in the
तो
hand.
एक भाई ने सोचा कि
Then one brother
कुछ
thought
लगता है
that
बहनों को अगर मैं लिफाफा
sisters like it.
बड़ा
If I take an big envelope, sisters like it.
तो वो कुछ ले गया कैसे भी मतलब
So he must
लेकिन
have
फिर
taken
उसने
something,
बात को
but then
किस तरह से यज्ञ तक पहुंचाई
how he said that thing
बहन को फंसाने के लिए या कुछ भी
in the yajna, maybe to
पता
get
चला
that
कि
sister in trouble,
ये
and
देखने
then we came to know
कि वो
that
धन से
he wanted to
उसको
check
थोड़ा सा भी
whether she has attachment with
थोड़ा किसी को
wealth,
ज्यादा होता है कि हाँ बहुत अच्छा करता है,
that, oh, this one is doing good.
तो इसलिए कोशिश ये करनी चाहिए कोई
So
भी
we
है
should try, whoever it
किसी भी
is,
बात के ट्रैप पे नहीं आना है, ये ट्रैप
don't get trapped in anything.
ट्रैप मतलब जाल बिछाते हैं कि देखें इनको किस तरह से
Let's see how they are not getting entangled or trapped in this. Then Bhandari was made.
है उसी टाइम
When envelope is given, we say put it in the box, in the Bhandari contribution box. That is, we have this discipline. One sister or two sisters open the contribution box, and if anybody wants anything in
किसी को कोई
month,
वस्तु
so
चाहिए
they give it. If somebody wants any object,
तो उसके बाद फिर हमको
it is given then.
भी कुछ मिलता है,
If we receive also something,
इनवॉइस बिल देने पड़ते हैं कि हमने
we create invoices for that.
जो मिले हमने कहा
So we got $100, and where did we give? So we have this habit since many years.
हमने ऐसे स्पेंड किया,
So this way we spend it.
तो कई होते हैं वो खुद ही खोलते हैं, खुद
Many
ही
other, sometimes they open it and then they spend it and they do everything themselves.
हमारे यहाँ तो ऐसा है नहीं,
But over here, we don't do like that. From many
ऐसे ही
years,
चला रहे हैं,
we have been following this method. We have senior sisters, Sister Gayatri, Sister Kala,
कोई भी किसी भी बात उनको
but
सबको मिलता है,
none of them take anything. They receive that this is what is. In Peace Village also, there's a sister who takes care of the accounts. Whatever we receive, we give it to them. Whatever is needed from the yajna, whatever is needed, we take it from the yajna. So there is one discipline, that is, we follow. So if any breach is there in this discipline, for whatever reason, then bondage is created, and we come to know that Baba says, who is wealthy, who doesn't has any desires. What doesn't Baba give us? He gives us everything. I always say, in Lokik also today, how many hours they work. After that, they cook food, and then they deal with their relationships. We are free from all this. We serve for 8 hours or 10 hours. That is also less for Baba. And our relationship, that is godly relationships, is so pure. We give little bit gifts to each other. We give toli to each other. And everything comes for yajna, Baba's yajna, and everything is used in a worthwhile way for the yajna. So there's no kind of bondage created. Some will say that, oh, someone likes this toli or that thing. So when we eat, they say, oh, this is very nice toli. Once when they say that this was very nice toli, then they keep sending that toli, but it is not like that. Check, inspection, inspect yourself. That is my any sense organ or organs in any bondage. My eyes, my mouth, my ears, every organ should be free from bondage. So if stage is good, elevated stage, and it's very important to have such an elevated stage. Today, one sister was giving news that today one brother left the body, the soul left the body. In Miami, there are many cases of COVID. So his body received a day of funeral after 5 weeks. So for 5 weeks, they have to keep the body. So where will that soul go? It is like one day or second day they do it. In India, they do it immediately. I was thinking then, that is why bodiless stage is very important. So that sister was asking that when should we offer the bow? after 5 weeks, when the funeral happens, then should we do? I said, no, today only you do it. So the soul will connect with Baba and will receive from Baba the bhog. So that is very important. Then in the afternoon, I got a thought that if a stage is bodiless, then whatever happens to the body, Baba says such a time will come that nobody can do anything for anybody. And this is the time now. Thousands of bodies were there in the trucks, that there is no burial, no cremation, no, nothing is being done for those bodies. So if the soul is attached to the body, then imagine, so 5 weeks, the soul will be so much in sorrow when it is attached to the body. So I thought that if that brother must have experienced and practiced bodiless stage, then the soul won't be wandering around. Otherwise, until the body is not burnt, and after that, when the ashes, when all that thing is not taken care of, the ashes, until then the soul is near that body. Otherwise, for so many weeks, it is a very big thing. Times are such that, so don't create any bondages with your physical organs, whether that soul is in the body or when the soul is gone from the body. Then also it is a liberated soul, should be able to go to Baba and stay in Baba's lab in the subtle world, and then Baba will give sustenance in every way. So to become Trakaldarshi is becoming sensible. In this way, we don't breach any discipline or any maryadas. We don't breach any Srimad.
सेफ्टी है, बंधन
That is
नहीं।
our safety. It is not a bondage. And as Baba said, there is no waste and then nothing goes wrong. Om Shanti.